long hours, we miss events, we're tired, we're in pain. So we have to be in relationships with people who either do what we do or just respect our grind. Believing in yourself is the foundation of your whole life. Because if you don't believe in you, no one else can. We all can make it. How do we sustain what we made? What do you know how to do? Focus on it. And if you really want to know how to do it, take your ass a class. Get some advanced education. Take your ass a class. Everyone gives up. I don't want to be like everybody. That's easy. So my name is Monique Thompkins. I am the owner of the Hair Cafe, located in Rancho Cucamonga, California. And I have been a hairstylist for 27 plus years. I'm a mom, I'm a sister, I'm a daughter, and I'm fun and outgoing, and I'm a Sagittarius. Okay. So we are on Route 66, and we are a very, very diverse salon. So we do all hair types. We are primarily known for our customer care. But we do blonding, we do press and curls, you name it, we do it. It's nothing that we don't offer when it comes to hair. So we do hair. And we love hair. Right. So here at the Hair Cafe, we are open Tuesday through Saturday. Tuesday through Friday, we are open from 10 a.m. till 7 p.m. And on Saturday, we are open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Oh, booking appointments are so easy. So we have an app. You can go in your Google Play or Google Store, I'm not sure, your Apple Store, and you would search the Hair Cafe, and we have an app that you can use 24 hours a day. You can go on our website, which is www.loveyourhaircafe.com. You can book 24 hours a day there. You can see pictures. You can learn a little bit about us there. You can book us on Yelp. You can book us on Instagram. Our Instagram is _hair cafe. You can find us on Google. We're everywhere. We're on Facebook, same name, _hair cafe. So we're pretty much everywhere. And you can call us, 909-527-4294. You can call us. If we don't answer, leave us a message. We'll call you back.
Do you accept walk-ins?
We absolutely accept walk-ins. Absolutely. Our business was built on walk-ins. So, yes.
Okay. So, what inspired you to become a hairstylist, and when did you realize this was your calling?
So, my story is not like the typical story where it's like, oh, I seen something and it inspired me and it made me want to be great. No. So I was young. I was a single mom. I was lost. I was confused. I didn't know where I was going and what I was doing. So I went to a college called, I forgot the fucking name, in Culver City. I went to the community college in Culver City. And I was taking these classes and I was just like, I don't know if this is for me. And at some point, I really realized college wasn't for me. And so I didn't want to be a bum. Statistically, just from the background that I come from, I wasn't projected to be much. Black girl, out of Compton, Watts. So, the odds are against you. So for me, I was just like, all right, I don't want to do nothing. I want to do something. And I used to do my cousin's hair in the kitchen. So I was like, you know what? I'm confused. Let me just go on and jump into this cosmetology school because I kind of heard a few things about the schools in Inglewood. So I jumped into Marinello's cosmetology school. That was my first destination. It didn't kind of work out. It was on Market Street. I went around a corner to a school called Contempo, which was on Manchester. And that's where I ended up finishing my cosmetology getting my license degree. I mean, not degree, career. So as a student, I finished there. it was a hell of a journey for me because I'm young, I want to have fun, I'm a mom. Going to school was like, fuck. And you got to go to school Tuesday through Saturday. And you got to give up your whole fucking Saturday. By the time you get out of cosmetology school making no money, you only make tips, you're beat and burnt out. And so I still had a daughter. So, you know, it was a struggle. But it was the best decision that I made. However, I didn't really know that this was my calling. I thought this was temporary. I thought I was just doing it for the time being until I figured my life out. I thought I was supposed to be an attorney. My grandmother always said, you like to debate. You need to go to college and be an attorney. And I thought that I was just struggling with school because I had been in school so long that I may have needed a break. West LA was the community college I went to. I couldn't remember the name. West LA and Culver City is the community college that I went to, or the city college that I went to. And although it was a great experience, I met a lot of people. That really was not my calling. Getting a degree was just not the time. It wasn't the right time. Went to cosmetology school. Took me a little while longer than most people, but I finally finished. And as soon as I graduated from cosmetology school, the same day, biggest mistake of my life. I clocked out, and if you go to cosmetology school, you understand that time matters. I clocked out, I packed my things, I walked around the corner on Market Street, and I went to work in a salon. I forgot the name of it at the time, but I went and worked in a salon. I thought that the clients would come with me. They were paying $12. They weren't coming to pay $45 for a press and curl because they were paying $12. So I learned the hard way. I didn't have a mentor. My educators in school, they were still trying to figure it out themselves. I didn't realize that then because I'm young and I'm looking at them like they're here, but they were actually right in the same place that I was at. So everyone was lost because at the end of the day, in my opinion, working for a private cosmetology school, there's not a lot of income there. So I think that the educators that I had at the time, it was convenient for them. It was comfort, so that's why they did it. Kudos to them. Thank you for their services. It's nowhere I would ever want to be. Got my license. I actually didn't get my license right away. Skipped a beat a little bit. I'm kind of more of like indecisive, more like a rebel. I'm confused. I'm young. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm all over the place. So I had to bump my head a lot. So, mind you, I've had my license for about 27 plus years. Getting your license, when I got my license, was very different than it is today. So not only did we have practical, we had theory. So they were strict. The game was different. I respect the game we used to have. I absolutely do not respect the game that we have today.
Can you explain practical and theory?
So theory is what you learn in a book.
Okay.
In my day, I don't know how it works today, but in my day, you did practical first. So how practical worked, and it was, I learned, so you don't understand when you're doing things. When you're young and you're involved, you don't understand. But it was setting us up for success. So we all heard these stories about you can't be late. Sherman Oaks was the city that we had to go to, and I'm from South Central, so getting to Sherman Oaks when you're 20, 18, 17 is a big fucking deal. And you have to be there like 6:30 in the morning. And you can't be, the thing about this industry, everything is based on time. Every second matters. You cannot play with a second. A second will cause you to fail. So if you're late by a millisecond, you're out of there. You gotta foul over, you gotta pay over. And you're young, you don't have no money, you know? So it's like, that $75 back then was $1 million fucking dollars. So I did everything that I was supposed to do. So what I did was, a lot of people probably didn't do this at the time because they were probably a little bit more secure and confident in their craft. I went to mock board. What that means, I paid $250 to go to an academy that prepared me to be a state board. I did my state board. I passed. That's a whole nother story in itself. But I passed. I passed theory. I did everything I was supposed to do. Got my license. Boom. Ready to go. I'm really not ready to go. Because it's not what you think it is. Now I'm in the real world. When I went to work, okay, so let me back up a little bit. When I left cosmetology school, I went to work in a salon. They did not require me to have a license because it was two men. The only thing they cared about was the money. Right. They didn't understand the industry, so they didn't understand state board, blah, blah, blah. Me and one of my homegirls that went to school together, we worked there. Didn't last long. I ended up leaving. Blah, that was the story. I ended up making some other moves in life, doing a little bit of corporate America, still trying to dabble in hair. I was, again, still lost. I didn't know what to do. So long story short, spin the block again, and now I really want to do hair full time.
So what was your biggest fear? Because you said you were all over the place.
Money.
So money, okay.
Money was my biggest fear because I was a mom. So by the time I finished school, by the time I finished cosmetology school, went to corporate America, spin the block to go back to hair, my daughter may have been 11. My daughter's 33 today. So she may have been 11. At the time I was married, and my husband was 100% supportive of, hey, listen, go live your dreams. So I did. I lived my dream. Had a fantastic life. Had kids. Having children will put your career on pause.
Talk about being a mother, raising kids while being a hairstylist.
Ooh.
What was that like?
Being a mother, raising children, being a wife, having a career is hard. So in my life as a hairstylist, it has been my biggest challenge because my family, I can't speak for every family, my children depended on me 1,000,000,000%. They knew their dad would go to work, he would pay the bills and all, but they needed emotions, so they depended on me. Dead ass story. I worked in a salon in Upland. It's 6:30 p.m. around that time, between 6:30 and 6:45. And I get a phone call from, at the time, I think my son may have been 12, Nicholas. We call him Nico. He calls, he said, Mom, when are you coming home? I was like, I'm working. I don't know when because I'm trying to, at this time, I'm trying to build my career. I'm hustling, bustling. I'm sitting around waiting for anything to come to the door. But I actually had a client in my chair at the time. He was like, I'm hungry. We're hungry. We want something to eat. Can you bring us some food? Can you come home and cook? I'm like, where's your dad? He's watching TV. Watching TV? I was like, okay, baby. Let me call you right back. Mommy, call you right back. Hang up the phone, call my husband. What the fuck is going on? He's like, what? What's the problem? Why the fuck are the kids calling me because they're hungry? I don't know. They're not, because at the end of the day, he was a great dad. It's not that he wasn't a good dad. It was just that the kids depended on me for so much. And no one was used to me not being home. So my husband was waiting for me to come home and cook. He didn't think it's Friday, let me order a fucking pizza. Everybody's a moron at the time. And so that was a challenge. So that was probably my biggest obstacle with homework balance, is trying to make sure that my kids have always been my number one priority. So just making sure everybody was okay, but not loving myself enough to have a career. So that was a challenge.
How did you? What are some of the things you intentionally did to work on that balance?
Hmm. Honestly, I went and got a degree. I graduated from college when I was 36 because and so here's the thing. Society teaches us to rely on education. I went to college and got a degree and I realized I already knew this information. That was the worst investment of my life, was actually going back to get that degree. I should have realized when I was at West LA College that because where I was going in life, I'm not saying college is not good. It wasn't good for me. It was a waste of money. Thank you, Biden, for getting rid of them loans because you wiped me out. However, it was a waste for me because everything that I learned once I became an entrepreneur, I knew those things. So that was a waste of time. However, trials and tribulations at the end of the day is when we all figure everything out. Is you got to go through some things because there's no such thing as one size fits all. So we just got to figure it out as we go.
Sure. Who was your biggest mentor or influence on your journey during this time?
There is a hairstylist. Her name is Tabitha. She was probably dead ass my biggest mentor. I actually met her once at the hair show. Isis had a hair show. I met her once, but it was just like a little quick, like, like if you see Michael Jackson, you'd be like, I'm gonna take a picture. But Tabitha, her books, her reality show, I learned so much from her reality shows. But quiet as kept, I am actually not gonna mention any names. But I worked in a salon here in Upland, California, and watching this one particular hairstylist, I learned a lot of do's and absolute don'ts. And to this day, I still admire her work ethics. I learned a lot from her. I have a lot of respect for her. The way I operate my business is how she kind of operated her business. I think for me, I don't micromanage. I don't have the time. So some salon owners micromanage. I absolutely do not. It's only so much you can steal from me. You can steal $1,000 out of the day. I'm gonna figure it out, and you'll be gone. However, I want everybody to have freedom. So my biggest mentor would be Tabitha. And the one person that I feel like I learned a lot as a salon owner would be a young lady that I worked with in Upland, California.
Did you have any people looking up to you at this time?
It's funny you asked me that because I have been asked by so many people who are not in my industry to mentor them. To the point where I go home and I'm looking at myself in the mirror like, what the fuck did I say that would make, and let me tell you something, the two women who have asked me to mentor them that like really resonate with me, they are so well off in life. They're not entrepreneurs. They would like to be, but they're really, really, really high up in corporate America. And it's something about me. They're my clients. One has been my client for 2 years. The other has been my client for probably 8 years. And I have a life coach. And I talk to my life coach about a lot of things. And she's just like, you're a generator. And if you know, you know. Like, I give. I'm a giver. And so when I was explaining to my life coach that these things happen, I was just like, my client that's been with me for about 6, 7 years, I'm shocked that she asked me to mentor her because I don't know what the fuck I could give her. And she is a 6-figure motherfucker. So I'm just like, whoa. And we are, so at this point it's 7 figures, you know. So, and a lot of us are 6 figures. I think sometimes we fail to believe in ourselves. And we talked about that earlier. You know, we fail to believe in ourselves. But
Well, let's talk about that really quick. Let's touch on when you're done with.
I'm done.
your
I'm
goal.
done. I'm done.
So why do you think people? First of all, how important is believing in yourself? And
Oh.
why don't people believe in themselves more?
Believing in yourself is the foundation of your whole life. Because if you don't believe in you, no one else can. If you can't expect people to love you more than you love yourself. We see that on social media all the time. We see these viral videos that go around, love you, and then the love will come, you know. So that is the foundation of who we are. So a lot of times, I think, I'm just going to speak on some black woman stuff. We come off as too confident, too cocky, too aggressive. Well, that's the role that we have had to take in order to make you understand who the fuck we are. You know what I mean? So we don't have a lot of privileges that some other people have. And I don't mean to make it sound like it's just like a whole black and white thing, but it's a black and white thing. Wherever your color line lands, whether you're Latino and you land on the white side or you're Latino and you land on the black side, you just have to believe in yourself in order to make it. But not just make it. We all can make it. How do we sustain what we made? And again, the foundation is you have to believe in you. Because if you don't, no one else will.
Right.
And that's not their job.
That's true. That's definitely true. How can you develop that? How do you get
Reading books. Reading books. I'm going to tell you, let me find this book really quick. This book, I was on vacation and I stumbled across this book. And this book changed my fucking life. How to Make Shit Happen. The author is Sean Whalen. I'm going to say it one more time. How to Make Shit Happen. That fucking, let's see how many hours. That book is, let me tell you how many minutes it is. It's a short book. I think it's like a 2-hour book. An hour book. It's something like, listen to me. I'm going to say this one more time. How to Make Shit Happen by Sean Whalen. Oh, no, it's narrated. Oh, no, yeah. It's by Sean Whalen, narrated by Sean Whalen.
Okay.
Changed my motherfucking life.
Okay.
It's raw. That man had everything, lost everything, and got it all the fuck back. And when I read the book, I stumbled across it. I was on vacation. I think I might have been in Miami. And I was just at the pool, and I was looking for a book to read on Audible. And it was cussing. So I was like, fuck it. I like to cuss. My life has not been the same. I have been getting my shit together.
hairstylists to maintain relationships? Do you think that it has
Yes.
anything to do with the career?
So it is really hard for us hairstylists to maintain a healthy relationship if our partner does not support us. Because long hours, we miss events, we're tired, we're in pain. So we have to be in relationships with people who either do what we do or just respect our grind. If they don't, it's not gonna work, because when you're a real hairstylist and you love what you do, your husband's or your children, your husband, your dog, your mama, nothing's gonna pull you away from it. And something's gonna give, and chances are it's probably the marriage. The kids will be a little bit more understanding. But you just got to be in a relationship with somebody who respect you, respect your career, communicating, getting that across. And you want somebody who's cheering for you, like, damn, baby, you was at work at 12. What can I do to keep you at work at 8 so you can come home and give me a little bit of loving? But how can I add to you instead of sitting in the corner like, you always gone? You always, yeah, help me out, support me, figure it, like help me figure it out. Because that's what we do for our partners. So, just somebody who supports you. If not, failure's coming.
That's good. That's a good point. How do you handle criticism and doubt from other people?
Therapy.
Okay.
Therapy.
Talk about that.
Okay, so I'm sensitive. I'm a sensitive gangster, baby. Believe that. So I'm tough, but I'm soft at the same time. So you know how you have a pan of macaroni? So have you ever seen a pan of macaroni and cheese where it's hard on the top, but inside it's like, mushy. That would be me. So I'm hard on the outside because I have no choice. This is the life that was given to me, trials and tribulations, things that I've experienced. So I'm kind of hard on the outside, but inside I'm very, very soft. How I have handled criticism, I've been doubted by everyone. I've been doubted by my entire family, whether it's mother, father side, doesn't matter. I've been doubted by everyone. The only people who have never doubted me 100% is my grandmother, my mom's mom. Her name is Phyllis Daniels. She always made me believe in myself, and she always believed in me and my children. That's it. There's no medium. There's no, oh, I forgot this person. My children and my granny. That's it. My one granny, because I have a few, but my one granny, Phyllis Daniels, and my 4 children are the only people on this planet who have wholeheartedly believed in me. And those are the people that been with the struggles. I'm not talking about some of my new friends that met me when I was already like kind of doing my thing. Not them. I'm just talking about from the beginning till now. My grandmother and my children. They're the only ones. So therapy helped me because I've received a lot of doubt, and I got caught up in the doubt all my life. I wasn't accepted by friends. I just have I feel like I just never was good enough, or I was dark, or I was poor, or it was always something wrong with me that I just wasn't of.
Is that what you felt, or
that's how I felt. I felt that way because that was to me, that was what was projected on me. So when it came, I didn't realize that till I got a little older, and it was just like, family trauma. Just, that's how life goes. But therapy is what got me through a lot of stuff. Therapy, and I'll probably say my oldest daughter. My oldest daughter has been my biggest advocate. And she's older than all my children, so it's not comparing my kids because the other kids are a little younger, so maybe not understanding and maybe some things they didn't see. But with my oldest, she's always been, you got this, Mom. You could do this, Mom. Don't worry about, forget everybody else, all the way down to forget my dad, forget my granny, so she has 100% been my biggest advocate, hands down.
That's big. So what was the most difficult thing for you to take hold of or master in entering this industry?
Haircutting.
Haircutting?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Fear. Haircutting is like math. You're scared. You think you don't know how to do it. It seems hard. Everything's moving so fast. So you're in 2 weeks subtraction, third 2 weeks multiplication, fourth weeks division. You got to the fraction, you got sick, you stayed home, you missed some shit, you're fucked for the rest of your life. I think a lot of people don't think about that. One more time. adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. You miss one day of fractions, you're fucked for the rest of your life. You think you don't know how to do it. You're poor. Your parents can't get your tutor, and the school don't give a fuck about you, and you just pushing you on because you miss fractions. You miss fractions. You're struggling with algebra. You've lost the hope of being able to understand math. Hair cutting is the same way. Coloring is easier because coloring there's always a guide in the back of every color book. There's a guide. There's absolutely no motherfucking guide with a haircut. You have to know what shears to use. You have to with a haircut, you have to be able to look at it and know how to do it. Someone's coming in and they're like, I want a wolf cut. I want this. And you say, can I see some inspo pictures? They show you. Oh, the fuck, because there is no guide to what you gonna watch YouTube while you're doing a haircut? Like, I mean, you can, but so hair cutting would be my answer.
In those moments, let's just say for like a new hairstylist or something like that runs into that moment for the first time. Customer comes in, this is what I want. You get nervous. What would you recommend to them about that? Or if that was you, what would you do?
No, I'm gonna tell you what I recommend.
Okay.
So I get that all the time as a salon owner. Don't do it. Don't do it. You are working so hard to build your career. Do not fuck your career off for one fucking haircut because you want some money. Whatever you don't know how to do, don't do it. It's not worth it. That one fucking review will ruin your life because of $80, $100. Now no one on earth is ever fucking getting a haircut by you because they read on Yelp that you're a shitty ass haircutter. Don't do it. Something else will come through the door. Stay in your lane. What do you know how to do? Focus on it. And if you really want to know how to do it, take your ass a class. Get some advanced education. Take your ass a class. That's what I had to do. I'm never going to sit there and say, I learned how to haircut by fucking everybody's hair up. Hell no. I took class after class. I mean, I have, screwed some hair up, but and I didn't even mean to be popular, and I thought that my career was going to be based on extensions. I fucking hate extensions today, and I do them, and I'm good at them. I fucking hate them. People come to me today for my haircuts. I would have never guessed. I never in a million years would have guessed that people would want to get a fucking haircut by me. My haircuts start at $125. My haircuts go to $350. So with that being said, haircut it is. Haircut, 45 minutes. The longest somebody's gonna sit in my chair for a haircut is an hour. And chances are I made like $300 off of that 1 hour. You know what I mean? So it's worth it. The clients just made me this person. I didn't even want to be this person, but here's my advice. I do not believe, and I even raise my children this way, I don't believe in chasing money. Chase passion. Whatever you love. So I think I should be a little bit more realistic. I had a mentor. Her name was Larissa. And I wanted to be like her so bad because what she was very popular and known for was her short haircuts. And I prayed and I asked God on my knees, Lord, I just want to be like Larissa so bad. I just want to be able to cut this short hair, da da da. Well, he heard my prayer and he taught me how to cut. I actually, in my phone from 2014, I have a shitload of videos in my phone, and I still will go back and refer to them today that I videotaped Larissa doing haircuts. Because she is definitely 100% my foundation to my haircutting, right? So how I got here was because practice. I wanted to do pixie cuts, not haircuts, just pixie cuts. My haircutting skills, because I prayed for it, I manifested it, it ended up just landing me haircuts, period. I'm not going to get $300 for the most part on pixie cuts, but I'm going to get $300 on a curly cut, you know what I mean? So just practice. finding something I like, I will watch videos over and over. I have Vidal Sassoon videos. They're old. They're probably like 20 years old. I watch them over and over. When I have downtime, I'm bored, I watch the videos because I can never get enough education. You know what I mean? So I just spend a lot of time. If I'm not reading, I do social media, not as much as a lot of people, but practicing. Yeah, definitely self-starter.
Is that a quality, a trait that is important for a hairstylist to have?
It sure fucking better be. Because if you can't self-start, you won't start. You, let's see. So sometimes I'm looking for motivation. You better motivate your motherfucking self. In this game, it's moving too fast. Everything is changing. Every 6 months is something new. So if you can't stand up and figure it out, ain't nobody coming to save you. Ain't nobody coming to figure it out. This is what I have tried to share with my staff. Every week, okay, let me go back. Fuck every week. Every single day of a week, someone, somewhere is graduating cosmetology school because we are based on time, not days, not months. We don't graduate like corporate America graduate. They walk in May, they finish in November, and no, motherfucker. Every fucking day, at a different time, someone in this world is graduating cosmetology. They're clocking the fuck out. They're done. That's graduation. That's it. But no walking. Now, it might take you 2 months to get your license, but you can actually go to work. You can start assisting. So you goddamn better motivate yourself.
You become competition as soon as
you became competition when you enrolled in school.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Yeah. That's
Period, Pooh.
That's very true. Can you talk about a time where in your 27 years where you felt like giving up?
Yesterday. I just want to giving up. Yes, but I'll share this one thing. Everyone gives up. I don't want to be like everybody. That's easy. Remember the question you asked me earlier about doubt? All the doubt I ever receive is what will keep me from giving up. I will be in a homeless shelter before I give up because no one expected me to ever be where I'm at. So why would I give people what they have been anticipating from me? So, nah.